Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. In today's video, we're looking at another large block ship. This one that I'm currently standing on is called the Hurricane Patrol Ship, which is a lovely ship that uses a optional mod, which I am currently using, which is the AQD No Armor Edges. So if you don't want to use any mods in your world, you'll just have a slightly different look to the overall design of this, but not missing out too much at the end of the day. So pressing F10 and finding this in the spawn menu, the Hurricane is 537 large blocks using pretty much all the DLC packs. We also have a nice lot of information about it on the Steam Workshop page, where it says it's got 6 assault cannon turrets, and it's got some very important information at the bottom where it states it takes roughly 30 seconds for it to go 0 to 100 meters per second, which is very nice stuff. But what we're going to do is have a quick look around the outside, but then have a look at the interior. We'll fly around for a bit, see if there's any space pirates, and then we'll go and blast them if they appear. And I believe I did just forget to give that a thumbs up, so just come back to this. And there we go. Closing that at the very front, this is what we get. So front and center, what we can see are 2 ion thrusters to help this thing stop. Surrounding all of that, we've got some lovely grey steel blocks, as well as some grey armoured panels, just to give it a bit of decoration. On the top and the bottom is the first of many assault cannon turrets. And if we were to move around onto the side with the sunlight, this is what we get. So we can clearly see the turrets on the top and the bottom in a lovely black and white colour. And we see some more great use of our armoured panels as we go along this front section. We've got some black corrugated steel blocks, we've got some armoured panels of course along the top. We can just about see a battery in this little corner, as well as a window that we'll see as we go along the inside, over to a storeroom where our cargo containers for the ammunition for those turrets are sitting. Just along to this section, another ion thruster to help on our left and right, some more great use of our corrugated steel skin. Along onto this section, there's another turret. Then along to the main body where I'm currently standing, a solar panel for some renewable power. There's another ion thruster. And around towards the back, there's our doorway to get in and out. Then at the very back, this is what's going to push us around. If we were to move all the way up and put my light on, that is all we can see. Another window there goes to our living quarters, a light at the back, and we can clearly see our solar panel on the opposite side and how that's been attached to the main body. Moving along the middle section, there's our turrets, there's a connector for a small ship to dock up to, or even just to dock this up as a station to refuel it with ammunition and anything else you need. There's some more ion thrusters, and towards the front, there's our turret we saw, and then round, there's our ion thrusters. Coming down and underneath it, there's our other turret. We can see the black sides of our ion thrusters for our left and right, some more to help us move up, a couple more turrets, and at the back there, there's our solar panel, there is a camera just in case we need it, and there we are at the very back. And that is that for the outside of the Hurricane Patrol ship. It looks great with how it's all been set up, a lot of great use of our skin blocks being put into this, especially the corrugated skin which you don't usually see used on ships. And we've also got a nice lot of defense all the way around this. So grabbing hold of my character and coming to the rear of the ship, it's time for a tour of the interior. So come over to the sliding door, open that up, we can see the sliding door on the opposite side. But one thing you'll notice is that it won't automatically close, because you do not have any programmable blocks on here to control the doors. Yes, just looking around, we've got a warfare battery right above us, and onto this section, I suppose you could put a programmable block inside here if you did want to have an auto door and LL script. That's entirely up to you. Anyway, coming into this section and looking up, there's our lights. There is our door to go further into the ship. So opening up this is going to come to our very tiny living quarters. We've got armory lockers on the left and right hand side, a ramp going down to our beds. Coming up to the left and opening up this doorway is going to be for our toilets. Then we've got little steps to go further up and a doorway that goes deeper into the ship. But there is our desk to do our work on and eat our food. Up these steps and all the way around, there's a assembling, there's our air vent to make sure we don't suffocate. Then round over to this section, we then got an armory locker on both sides. And into this part, we've got a sneaky little area where we can peer up and see the window that's on the floor above us. That's where we'll go just for the moment. So all the way up these half steps, all the way around, a couple of seats for passengers to sit on. There's a helm for you to fly this thing around. There's our main control seat to actually fly this. And around behind us, there's our window we saw on the floor below, and a great view out the back. We'll come back to this section a bit later, because we need to go further into the ship. Travelling all the way down and coming over to this doorway, opening this up. This is like our engineering bay. Once again got a helm to control the ship, so if you do lose the top section of the ship and lose that control station and that helm, you got a backup one just in case you need it. But behind there's our survival kit to respawn on and to recharge yourself. There's 2 reactors for a bit of power. Looking up, there's our O2H2 generator, and we can see a few more batteries in the ceiling, and I'm not too sure what's going on with the frame rate there. Yes, there's some great use of our armoured conveyors, or even the encased conveyors. Then round towards the front, there's our gravity generator to make sure we don't float away. There's our gyroscope. There is the rear of our cargo container and nuclear reactors. Moving towards front, there's a couple more gyroscopes. Then over onto this section, we can open up this doorway. And this comes towards the very front, where we saw those windows, which are these ones right here. So we can get a good view out of that one, and a fantastic view of the Earth-like planet out of that one. Going towards the front, these are our cargo containers for our guns sitting at the very front of the ship, so we can manually load stuff up if we need to. Then a little bit of decoration at the front, because why not? Anyway, ignoring that and coming back to where I was, it's time to fly this thing around. In fact, we can actually use the helm down here. Activating this, we have the same controls on all helms and seat on this ship, so we can turn our turrets on and off. We then got buttons for our target locking. Number 4 is to select what our turrets will actually aim for. I've set that to weapons because it's a very useful thing to actually target first. Then 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 is going for our cameras all the way around this ship. So there we go. We now look at number 5, that's our camera below. There's a few sneaky ones that I missed when I went around the outside. Coming to tab number 2, we then got controls for our connector to lock and unlock it, and then our beacon to turn it on and off. And there we go. That is that for the controls. So coming out of the camera and hiding all of our signals, I'll just hide the names for the moment just in case a power-up pops up. Moving forwards, this is what we get. So as it states on the workshop page, it takes about 30 seconds to reach maximum speed. So we are a very slow ship, and we are 100% reliant on our turrets to do all the work for us. Coming to a stop, that is what we get. We are extremely slow, so do make sure there's plenty of distance between you and your destination to make sure you stop in time and don't slam into it. Moving left and moving right, we're extremely slow with that. Moving down, that is what we get. Then moving up, there we go. So the fastest thing on this ship is moving forwards, so do be aware of that when flying this thing around. But as for gyroscope controls, this is what we get. We've got a surprising amount of control considering how slow it is in each direction. We have just about enough to do a 180 if you're patient enough to try and stop yourself a bit quicker, but that's up to you if you want to utilise that. So to finish off this video, what I've done is found some space pirates on the moon, and we're just going to charge along towards it, and well, if the guns don't kill them, the body of the ship will. So here we go, we're going to make sure I'm nice and lined up with them. There's their base, going to have a rocket turret, a few Gatling guns around it, but this should deal a nice lot of damage because we are in the shape of basically a missile. And here we go, we're now engaged with the pirate base. That's a lot of destruction there on that poor little turret, but we're not going to be able to slow down in time, so we're going to go straight forwards into it. And that's exactly what I expected to happen. We were just a gigantic javelin basically just being flung towards his base. And that's a lot of destruction, just hiding all the signals there. There we go. There we are with the damage. But anyway, that's pretty much it for the Hurricane Patrol ship. It's a lovely ship if you do wish to download and play around with it in your world. It would make a great small trading ship if you attach a few jump drives onto it, because it has a nice sort of defense on here for any kind of pesky drones that try to get in your way. So there'll be a link to it in the description below if you do wish to download it and play around with it yourself. Highly recommend you do, as well as a link to the Skybox I'm currently using as well. And I'll be back with another video some point soon. Bye bye.